Well, that was a nice test in the ears. Don't fuck it. Don't start playing that again. What is wrong with you? I'm just staring deathly daggers at my producer. My producer's me, and I might have psychosis, so I wouldn't worry about that. Welcome to the first Last Rights live stream in quite some time. I'm redder. I've got less hair. Got married. No wedding ring on. Why is that? Because it's over there. Right, Epstein stuff. Let's just look over. Welcome to J Mail World. I'm just going to have a light delve into this today. This is a lovely little, I guess it's an app. I guess it's a website. It could be many things. It could be many things that you want it to be. It was originally a Gmail-like environment, baked from Jeffrey Epstein's emails. His email, by the way, was JEE Vacation. So we're basically an Epstein's email account at this point. So I thought that might be interesting. If you are watching on Portrait, I've not streamed from StreamYard before on Portrait, so I don't care if any technical stuff doesn't work at all. It's not my problem because it's been ages since I've used it, and I drunkenly paid for it again the other day because I was drunk. But more than that, it's not just his emails at this point, and this is the batch that got released a few weeks ago. We've also got pictures, we've got Google Drive, we've got, in fact, these have got different names, right? J Drive, and it's not, doesn't mean Jew, stop it. Although it could do. J Flights, JVR, Jamazon, Gemini, which is AI. I mean, that's going to be pretty useful. Jotify, and I think some of the audio tracks on here are witness test to me, so I'm not going to be seeing what my Spotify Wrapped is after playing those. Okay, J Message and JSbook, which are all lovely and incredibly interesting. I'm not going to go too deep on this tonight, and I'm not going to be streaming that long, but I thought it might be interesting to have a little nose. It's fucking great though. And the first thing I saw, I'm guessing this is a genuine email. It is but from Cody Rudland. You are dead, lol. Good riddance. I guess you are dead is the subject. So what I'm going to do is just double check when Epstein allegedly killed himself. 10th of August 2019. Yeah, so this is the 13th of August to jeeproject@yahoo.com. You are dead, lol. Good riddance. And that came from Yahoo Mail. So when someone with Yahoo Mail is getting up in your grill, I suppose you are a bad guy, I would think. Oh, what's going on here? My dearest Jeffrey, I didn't know when you get to read this. I was so sad to read you've been found unconscious in your cell. No matter what happens, I'll always be loyal to you and you'll always be in my heart. I guess this is genuine. I've been in remission for 2 years and just emailed a return chip at redacted. I'm now looking for a permanent job. I'm still in London. Cecilia. In London with a British number. Should we investigate who Cecilia is at some point in the future? I think we should. I'm going to be checking a few things. As I said, it's been a while since I've streamed on StreamYard, so I'm just checking if your audio is working and that kind of stuff. That's an interesting little one. But what you can do is contribute to the starred list. So go through it and add what your favorite little thing. King Michael Roast Battle. How are we doing? I'm going to be staying fairly focused on this Epstein stuff while I'm in this nice little app here. But if you've got anything to say, just say it. King Michael Roast Battle, you're a comic? I probably know you. I probably know you, and I've just not recognized your username. Yeah, I mean, this is the one that got released in the press from his brother, right? So from his brother, I mean, being an Epstein isn't quite as bad as being a Hitler, but it could be. How you doing? A while back you mentioned you were pre-diabetic. Has anything changed with that? I ain't too much. Maybe young girls are just too sugary. I did not say sweet. All good, bad with me. Asking if Putin still has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba, and yeah, that could be Clinton or not. But I guess these starred ones are the interesting ones. People have actually starred in there, right? NY Times article. They're talking about Trumpity Dumpity. Yeah, I'm just kind of reading to myself at the moment. I knew this would be a bad idea. But yeah, welcome in. Please subscribe and all that if you don't already. Going to start revving this channel up again. I've not streamed for a while. There's lots of little 5-10 minute videos on the channel, so feel free to go and have a look. I guess you can go by author in here as well. Michael Wolff, Larry Summers. Wolff is journalist that's written books and I guess interviewed Epstein over several months. And some of his emails have come out where he's being a little too friendly to Epstein as well. Sort of, why don't you hang back and blackmail Trump with this later? He's saying it's to ingratiate with him, and it's just journalistic norms to sidle up to a massive international sex trafficker in order to get information. And he has been pretty good about the way he reports, I guess, but it was also a little bit seedy in itself. Noodles with rice, join gaming. Why not? Noodles. It can be pronounced noodles, I believe, in some places. And obviously, Larry Summers, media, Steve Bannon, Noam Chomsky. How lovely. But I've not even looked at any of these, to be honest with you. We've seen some of them in the... See, the problem is a lot of this is redacted, right? So more bad news for our friend. I guess they're redacting emails. But the reason I like this whole application, and by the way, let me just check if I can do this. Yeah. So the developers were Luke Eagle and Riley Waltz created this app. So it's jmail.world. And as I said before, you can, I might have to refresh this a couple of times because it's being a bit weird. So down the bottom, we can go to photos, we can go to Drive, which I guess is documents, flights, which I've not even looked at, Jamazon, and we looked at some of those, some purchases that were made on Amazon, which is interesting. Yvette Serrano. I'm just looking at Jeffrey Epstein's emails and it's sort of been arranged into a Gmail setup. So we've got Gmail for Jeffrey. So it's almost as if you're in his little email account. Probably not going to go into too many emails today because of, it's it's a little bit difficult to go into them without having seen them before. But I think what might be interesting to do is have a look at some pictures right now. So J Photos, and I'm pretty sure the J stands for Jeffrey, not, Israel. What I liked about this one is his little face. If you've ever seen the Carry On films, it's like, oh, I'm being naughty here over on Little Island. But there's tons of it. It's kind of weird peeking into someone's life, but then you know that they are a very odd person. I mean, it's kind of Russian looking. We probably know who these military fatigues are if we have a look. Do you think I've done research? Absolutely not. I've had a busy day being on Mind Dog. There are some interesting ones here. I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I want to bring that up. What even is that? Who is it even is that? It's this person. That is annoying. It would be funny if they accidentally put like Bill Clinton in this. I don't want to click on that picture there. I don't even know if that's, I mean, they've redacted that bit that might be safe to put on. I don't even know if YouTube would like any of that. But he did like puppies. Jeffrey Epstein liked puppies. So never, I guess it's Jay. We'll put that little banner up there. He did like puppies and he was nice to them sometimes on his nice little checkered floor. I did see a couple of interesting ones here. There he is on his chopper. Is this real? For a second there, I thought that was old Donny with him, but we would have seen those shirtless pictures by now. Of course, it's going terribly. Gun range, just training for when the FBI finally raid you, except that didn't work. Oh, yeah, the snatch photo. The old, is this a media? Is this the media poking an upskirt? Or is that, it's not. It's just sort of a mate's photo. Ghislaine Maxwell with a snatch out there. So nice. Not nice in that way. I didn't mean, well, this was charming when she was at Oxford. But then just a shame she became a massive groomer and trafficker as well. There's some other, I mean, got to keep your complexion. If you want to charm several or thousands of young ladies, and in some cases, I think boys as well. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. Got to keep your skin fresh. Always keep your skin nice and clean. Very good. We all celebrate birthdays, even the worst kind of groomers. And she was nuts as well and heavily involved. So don't fall for any of this absolute nonsensical pardoning requests. There's some odd ones down here, I've got to say. Little holiday pictures. And I've only gone about this far as well. Yeah. Is this hanging out on the plane? Wish we could just cycle through these, but we can't really. Can't even see who that is. That's a little disturbing one. Is that a foot? It's a foot, isn't it? I mean, foot jobs, tit job. What's the combination of a foot tit job? A fit job? I'm guessing that's just a massage for old Jeff. But it's kind of like, at this point we know what he's into. But it's like that drunk uncle that comes around on Christmas and just has one too many sherries, and then goes, "Go on, give the old bunions a rub." I mean, this is getting a bit odd now, isn't it? I'm just double checking that they're not too, risque. What's that face? Is he had an apple sour? Jeffrey Epstein likes apple sours, it seems. Or Haribo Tang Fastic. There is no nip in sight. There is no nip in sight, all right? It's allowed. Ghislaine Maxwell can shake them about on private planes. Now, this looks very familiar. This is, I believe, the New York house, isn't it? Where Prince Andrew was seen peeking out of in that creepy little manner. And I've been here, but I was incredibly hungover. Not after he was dead, I want to make clear. 2023. But it was kind of under construction. I guess someone had brought it and it'd be remodeled. And why wouldn't you have it remodeled if you brought this? It's probably full of all kinds of weird stuff. There's old William Clinton on the in the entrance to the New York house, I believe. That information was provided by Michael Wolff. So yeah, there's a lot of that sort of stuff. Not been down here, to be honest. I know the press released some of these. A lot of them are going to be very boring, aren't they? It's just going to be kind of like... But there is some interesting stuff in terms of wiring and sort of the electrical cables that may or may not be okay for audio visual recording. For the International Intelligence Agency blackmail operation, of course. Why not? I mean, it's just a classic picture. Yeah, the one thing you can't do is cycle through these pictures, I don't think. Let me get my keyboard here. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can. There'll be just no arrows. I'm like a bumbling fool. And he was a Mac guy. Of course he was a Mac guy. Right? I think it's just too many at this point. All right, so I think with the pictures, it's just going to go on for quite a long time. I mean, there's all this redactive stuff. I guess that's a victim there. I think he had one of these on his desk, which is a little bit odd. Yeah. Here we go. Hard drives. What is on these hard drives? Is that like a little calculation to make himself look clever there as well? Yeah, so some of this has got some AV stuff going on, I think. Little schematics. The problem with these sort of dumps, right, is it's going to take absolutely years to go through it all. And I guess that's kind of the point. I'm going to see what is in J Drive. Documents, as we thought. J Flights. I mean, that is quite a good one. So we're going to look at J Flights quickly. And then Jamazon, which I think might be interesting. It might be, it might not be. Don't worry about it if it's not. Flights. So this is done like Google Flights, but it's J Flights, Jeffrey Epstein's flights. It's pretty cool, actually. I like this little setup. If Google got this set up for their sort of shebang anyway. So I think you can look by flight record, destination, where you've departed from, the length of the flight, and who was on it, right? So you can go to, I don't know, Woody Allen. So Woody Allen was on, and family went from Albuquerque to, is it Teterboro, New Jersey? I'm not sure. I've not heard of it, to be honest. I know a little bit of America, but we're not sure. A 3-hour, 47-minute flight, and I believe, is that the Woody Allen took 10 flights, total of 49 hours flight time with 31 other passengers. I think that's what that means. Yeah, we got Oakland to Albuquerque. Is Albuquerque near his ranch then? Long Beach to Palm Beach. Yeah. Okay, so that's Woody Allen. Maxwell, of course. 93 flights. And why shouldn't she? Why shouldn't she? She's doing the work. We need to find out who some more of these people are. Jean-Luc Brunel took no flights. That's very interesting. But yeah, so J Flights is a nice little resource as well. And then I think let's have a look at Jamazon. I said before, this is going to be a pretty brief stream tonight, just because I wanted to kind of look at it with you guys. So I guess these are purchases from Amazon. Jamazon is it is fantastic. Delivered to Jeff Ian, New York, 10022. An oxygen concentrator, 2 to 9 liters. I guess that's to get over a heavy night. A pelvic clock exercise device for chronic hip and lower back pain relief. I don't think it was used for that. I'm not sure what you could use the pelvic clock for, but who knows? The problem with this as well, there's obviously going to be like regular stuff in here. A book by Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, and then about Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, and the nationalist uprising, Devil's Bargain. Lots of theory of mind, scientific boots, that kind of stuff. The Prince of Mathematics, Carl Friedrich Gauss. But I definitely have seen some stuff. Here we go. Fruit of the Loom. See, this annoys me, right? I kind of get it, but why become a billionaire if you're going to be buying Fruit of the Loom? Little audio check here. Fruit of the Loom pants. I mean, you get some silk ones, wouldn't you? That were hand knitted that morning by Hawaiian virgins or something. I don't know. Would you? I guess that's what a billionaire might do. Amazon Essentials as well. Men's straight fit. 5-pocket comfort stretch chino pants. Amazon Essentials chinos. Unless you're going to want them torn off at the heights of inappropriate passion. $20. Kushner Inc. Greed, Ambition, Corruption. The extraordinary story of Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. So he's kind of into the people around him as well. But there's definitely some like massage for dummies and Mattel Games Magic. So play and hide the sausage, I guess. The threat, how the FBI protects America in the age of terror and Trump. Interesting. So he's kind of interested. We know he's interested in geopolitics because he's emailing people about meetings with Putin and, the Israeli prime minister and the French president and all the rest of it as well. So he has treated himself to a $243 chair, though. I think that is a nice little outlay. I was expecting a $30 chair after some of this stuff as well. Fake reading glasses. Is that for disguise? So yeah, the Amazon list is strong. We have seen, so again, it's just the underwear. I don't know why it's funny, Jeffrey Epstein's underwear, and I don't know why it's funnier that he's not spending much on it, $11. Hanes Ultimate Men's 5-pack. $2 pants, basically. And I'm saying pants because I'm English. If you're in America, you know the difference. More Fruit of the Looms. So I don't know. Bit of a cheap guy, I guess. But there has been some like Kama Sutras type shit on there as well. Passion, an essay on personality. There's some stuff on like miracles of mind. Yeah. All right. Now, Jotify, I don't really want to listen to because, as I said, there's like witness testimony and stuff in there, and I want to pre-check that. Text messages. So we've got J message and Facebook. I don't think he had Facebook, right? Surely, I think that's a troll. Because the good thing about this level of troll, it's kind of got all his shit. Yeah, he didn't have Facebook for sure. People have just made him a Facebook account and put real pictures up there, which is we'll have a look at it. We might as well at this point just have a look at Jace book, which is Jeffrey book and not Jew book. I promise. Jace book. Obviously, obviously contacts Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Clinton. Oh, okay. So I see what they're doing here. So they've actually made these little profiles to have like all the Clinton photos. Michael Jackson and Diana Ross on the flight. There was a good meme of this about it being a set of conjoined twins here, but a set of really ugly conjoined twins, which would be, I don't know, fun, I guess, if they're both consenting. And the chances are at least one of them isn't. My favorite picture of Bill Clinton released is sort of, I won't do it because I broke my chair doing it the other day. Sort of like, yeah, I'm a billionaire. So I guess, yeah, so you can go through contacts in that way. Politicians, celebrities, business, and science, right? I don't see Bill Gates. So I don't know much about Jean-Luc Brunel because he hung himself in prison recently as well, right? After being involved in this stuff. We can put that in quote marks. Hung himself as well. And for the purposes of YouTube, I mean hanging out. I don't mean anything else. I don't want to see that. Whoever that was, I don't want to see those nips. You know? All right, celebrities then. Chris Tucker, Woody Allen, David Copperfield. Maybe these haven't been filled in yet because they're not really loading right now. This is, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know much about David Copperfield. I know he made the Statue of Liberty disappear, apparently, and potentially made his little sausage disappear with Ghislaine Maxwell by the look of it. I mean, is he being held here? Oh, don't cook yourself with Maxwell, David. Don't cook yourself with Maxwell, David. You're already implicated in a disgusting ring here. Oh yeah, I might need to listen to something in a sec. What are they eating? Is that Handy Stampers? Is it a kid's game? Appropriate, I guess. Got to go for some Woody. Oh, nothing here yet. Okay, so they're still populating this, I guess, right? I'll probably wrap this up at like the 30-minute point anyway, guys. I just wanted to, maybe I just need to prepare this a little bit more. J message, so text messages. It's just gonna be like mates hanging out. Oh, my guy is in Israel. Can we text him to Ehud? That's the Prime Minister of Israel, isn't it? Was it Ehud Barak? Name Aaron Klein on it. So that documentary a few years ago just basically said Jeffrey Epstein was a dirty old pedo. He basically got caught a little bit, let out a little bit, and then caught, and then's dead, and he's the bad guy. But how is he connecting to prime ministers across the world, Saudi royals, Israel, Putin, people in various administrations, including the Obama administration and Trump administration, and people are kind of jumping into his tune, right? Who is he? That's where you can get down the little rabbit holes. Bit of Larry Summers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to spend some time looking at this. And what we have got is that Scaramucci. Poor fella. Jeff, I apologize for that. I'm having a hard time getting down there with the traffic. Good excuse, Mooch. Good excuse. But he knew a lot of people, right? So a lot of this stuff is going to be, it's just connected with some people. But there is some stuff, I'm not sure if it's in this batch. There is some stuff where Epstein's basically trying to on behalf of Israel, try and get the US to go to war with Iran years ago. I think this was under Obama, and that actually didn't happen, right? So he's a bit of a war hawk. He's involved in geopolitics, high level people, obviously the British royal family with Prince Andrew, various prime ministers. It's like Paris, France, the Middle East, obviously multiple places in the US. And I'm not just talking about the trafficking thing or the abuse stuff. There's something else with this guy. He's more powerful, right? Why are politicians all over the world jumping up and down when he asks them to, or at least friendly with him? And it's not just the obvious stuff. He's working as something, right? A facilitator of something for somebody, maybe multiple people. His father-in-law, we know, was Robert Maxwell, involved in likely a Middle Eastern country beginning with I and British intelligence. Went to the opening of Warpaint last night, which is sitting next to John Connolly. I asked him about Trump and Russians. He said maybe some truth there. If you want to meet him, just give me the word. This is from like 2017, right? So the problem, even with this starred section, which is supposedly the most interesting part, you kind of don't know what it is until you go in. But if you want to go and have a look, it's jmail.world, and then you've got email, pictures, documents, flights, JVR. I'm not sure what that is. Jamazon's so good, but Gemini might be interesting. I'm gonna have a quick nose at it. It being okay, so it's probably using Gemini to search. Give me some interesting docs. Okay. All right, so that's not being that useful right now. I need to look into how useful Gemini is going to be. Seemingly not very useful. Back to Gmail because I thought we were there. So yeah, gmail.world if you want to go and take a look. I'm going to go away and have a right little nose through. And a lot of this has been flagged by the media anyway, but just some interesting stuff, particularly with the Jamazon. And I think I might come back and do another one of these. I don't know, Saturday or something like that. There we go. Ehud Barak. So I believe one of the former leaders of Israel. So this is from Noam Chomsky. I was invited to talk at Parliament, but what can say that aside? They've got plenty of people giving them bad advice. Jeffrey says, bad for them, good for you. No need to have only one currency. It's old fashioned. You're welcome to use the apartment in New York with your new leisure time. Yeah, all right. Again, he's not just a pedo. He's not just a local fucking rich guy that's kind of kinky. He's all that. He's not just the guy that's friends with people like Trump and Bill Gates. This guy is at the center of geopolitics, possibly intelligence. There's money swishing around that fuck knows where it came from. You know that 300 million came from a Ponzi scheme, but there's a lot more than that as well. He was kind of potentially an informant about that stuff as well as being done for it. He didn't seem to get into too much trouble a lot of the time. He was let off, really, in Florida. He was kind of let off. And who knows whether he thought he was going to get away with it again when he turned up dead in his cell. Very, very odd. But anyway, I'm going to go and eat some food now. That was just a nice little 30-minute Epstein thing, just to show you about the Jmail World application. Again, it was, let me give credit where credit's due. Luke Eagle, I'm going to say Eagle. It might be Eagle. And Riley Waltz created this thing, and I think it's a phenomenal little app. And it's not only trolling, but it's a public service as well. So go and have a nose. Go and find out where Woody Allen flown to, or what Ken Starr, where he's been So I guess when you find a name here, it is when they've sent or received an email and been talked about, I would imagine. So we'll go through it. We'll come back to it. And yeah, this is my first live stream in a while. It probably didn't go amazingly to plan, but who cares? Because quite frankly, I am hungry. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas, and I'll see you, I don't know, Saturday or something. But please subscribe and all that good stuff anyway. We'll see you later. And salutations to whoever's making jmail.world. I think it's pretty cool. These bunch of dirty bastards, eh? All of them. Never trust a politician. Never trust people in power. Never trust who's running the virtual reality world that we all live in. All right, that sounds mental. See you later.